Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on the next episodes of Brockton County, an Ontario themed city. And make sure to hit the like button too. The like button helps the channel a lot. It's been a while since I've said that intro. And soon it won't be factually correct because we are not only going to be doing an Ontario themed city. Next week we will be starting a new city. Western themed city, I guess, in a way. The next series is going to be set in Alberta. I'm still kind of working on the details, and the reason why we're not starting with that new city today is because I haven't picked out the music for that series. I haven't 100% decided on the map that we're going to be doing. We are going to be doing a vanilla map, mainly because I've heard over the course of this series that people like playing along with me. And I feel like the best way to do that is to use a map that the most people possible can play along with us. So a vanilla map just makes the most sense. I'm probably going to tweak it a bit before we start the series. So I just wanted an extra week to, make sure everything was a-okay with that before. And it's going to play out great because if we're going to be doing rotating weeks, this week is Brockton County. Next week is going to be the new city. The week after is the week that the new airport DLC comes out. Comes out on the Tuesday. I think it's the 24th or the 25th, whatever the Tuesday is. I'm taking that day off work. And I'm going to be posting a video a bit later than normal in the day for me. Could be in the night for you. Could be very early in the morning for you. I don't know. But just so that we have an airport DLC video coming out in this city, in Brockton County, for that day. And that kind of brings me to the next point I want to talk about really briefly. I'm going to be changing my schedule up for the next little while. I'm only going to be posting 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just because I got to ease back into a little bit. I really enjoyed my break. I appreciate all the kind words that everyone said about taking some time off. I really needed that. But, I got a lot of things going on in my life right now, and I can't commit to making 5 quality episodes a week. So I want to be able to make sure that I can make those episodes quality for you all. And I think 3 is a doable start, and we'll ramp up as, we approach spring and whatnot. So the thing is Monday, Wednesday, Friday is the new schedule. But on that week that the airport DLC comes out, we're going to skip the Monday and we're going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday because of the DLC. So we'll get back-to-back DLC episodes. So I hope you like that plan. I like it. I think it's going to work out great for the foreseeable future. And you might be asking, well, what has changed in your life, Steven? Well, one big change is I got a puppy. He is freaking adorable. His name is Kevin. He's a husky mix. I'll post a picture right at the end of the video. So stick around for that if you haven't seen him yet. He's a handful. So I just need a little bit of more time with him. We're still training him and whatnot. But what an adorable little guy. So that's what's up in my life. Work's busy as always. How are you doing? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm very excited to start talking with you all again. Anyway, so it's been about 4 minutes. Let's hop out of this and let's talk about what we're going to be doing for this episode. Actually, before that, I realized that we have a lot of new viewers. Thank you very much for subscribing. If this is your first video that you've seen come out on a scheduled basis, let's take a quick tour about what is Brockton County. So Brockton County is an Ontario-themed city set on the coast of Lake Ontario. Fictional, obviously, and futuristic, I guess, in a way. So, we're not done. We're not going to be done in the city for quite some time, but I really wanted to get going on a new city as well. So this is the city of Batherston in Brockton County, which is the whole map. We're taking names from Canadian history. We got a lot of island builds to come. There's lots of gaps still everywhere. But yeah, this is the downtown core. I'm not going to spend too much time doing a review. I think episode 100 we did a review. Cool waterfront. We got some suburbs over here, building out some lakes. We have a farming town going over this way. We've got a small town over here. We got a golf resort. We've got the airport that we're going to rip out for the DLC and build a new one. And lots of green space. So, we got lots of time left in the city. I kind of get the feeling that this city is going to be like almost like a forever build on this channel. And then the next city set in Alberta is going to be probably a smaller city. I'm going to try to stick more traditional with that one. Who knows? I never really know what I'm going to say anyways. So maybe it'll become just as big as the city. But what we're going to be doing today, well, we're going to be doing some nature reserves. And why we're doing nature reserves in today's video? Well, we need to wait for our demand to get back up. The last few episodes we've been building quite a bit of residential, and as a result, we don't really have much residential demand because it's still filling in. So last episode we built out Pearson, the beginnings of a residential town, and we just need a break so that our demand can catch up. If you're new to the series, there's not much like simming going on behind the scenes. Very rarely will I just play with this game without you guys. So this is a very raw let's play. So this is where we're going to be doing our first nature reserve. It's right beside the golf course that we built recently. It's a big hole. So yeah, I think we're gonna have some nice walking trails through here. I think we're gonna be doing some terraforming. That's the main plan for today. I feel like once we get this built out, I feel like maybe we can start looking at expanding out over here with a couple residential developments or something. I don't think we're gonna expand Dean Hills except for beyond the intersection over here. But I feel like having a bit more out this way will make the golf course seem a bit more realistic in the city. Yeah, okay, so let's get going on that. That's probably going to take us the whole episode. Just wanted to ease back into it. Lots of chatting in this episode. So we're on Shirley Street here, and we need an entrance for this nature reserve. So I'm thinking we just kind of pull somewhere off of here, probably about this in the middle between the entrance into our golf resort and this bridge here. So I'm just gonna choose a random spot. I haven't actually opened up City Skylines since I posted the last video for you all. So bear with me here. It's been a little while for me. So let's actually just extend this out a bit more. We really only need a little bit because it's just gonna be for cars to line up to turn. So I think we can probably go back to where is it? Didn't expect it to be this soon. Where's the industrial road? Is it not in here? That is interesting. Did things change while I was gone? Okay, that is strange. I think Industries DLC should still be installed. I didn't uninstall anything. Okay, well, you know what? We'll just stick with... Huh. Let's see if I can just use the picker. Oh, look at that. It's in a separate tab now. Holy cow. Sorry that threw me off so much. It really has been a little while, eh? Okay, so let's just start it from here, and let's try to get the entrance off to, say... let's get the parking lot over here. Yeah, that makes sense. So we'll have the parking lot kind of come off right here, and we'll just have this road kind of streaming off of it. So pretty much you come off of the road here, of Shirley Road, and you come in, you turn, and then you get into the parking lot. We'll have some bathrooms and stuff down here. Pretty basic, very straightforward, nothing really to it, to be honest. It's an entrance to a hiking trail. It's not really going to be a national park. I don't think that's the theme that I really want to go for with this. I think this is going to be more like a municipal hiking trail. I don't know if I really want to get the theme of this one being like a provincial kind of build. But you know when you're driving along the highway and you're like, why is there a parking lot there? And you're like, oh, it's a hiking trail. And then you see a sign later on being like, oh, well, there's a valley in there and there's a hiking trail through there. It's kind of the vibe I'm going for this one. So we don't really need that big of a gate. So we're just gonna go into here. So like for the big national parks, this is the kind of thing you want to go for. But I think something like this is probably a bit of a better theme. So, you know, I think we'll just kind of plop this down over here. Definitely don't need this to be this big. So, yeah, we just need the extra lanes here for turning purposes. I don't even know if that would be a realistic thing to have, but I think that works. Now, if you're new to the channel, I think that one of the greatest things about this game is that the ability to mix assets from the parks. It doesn't mix. I think in this case it makes sense to have a washroom at the entrance to this park here. So we'll put it right beside the gate. We'll just try to blend it in a bit better. Yeah, just like, you know, a little booth here. I don't think there's really much else we really need at all. Even so much so that I think we can actually just bring this right back so that this is kind of the end of it. I think maybe we might be able to get a separate entrance somewhere over here if we so choose. But Belmont Meadows, how about we change the name to Belmont Pit? I think we actually have a town named Belmont, so that makes kind of sense. All right, so we need some water out this way. Luckily, we have a golf course nearby, which is very convenient for the sake of water. All right, so we'll bring it right along Shirley Way. Bring it right over, and bada bing, bada boom. And let's think about the topography here. So how are we going to really approach this nature reserve? Well, I think maybe we can get like a cool bridge or something to go around this, so that you can like see the hole. I don't know, maybe it's like a cool cave, like a spelunking expedition. That's actually a cool idea. Maybe we can get like a dirt road or something to come out this way, and maybe there's like spelunking tours or something. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be like the first thing. We'll say there's like a gate or something on it. I don't think a toll booth gate would necessarily work in this case. That's a great little trick. Okay, rural, there we go. So I think what we'll do is we'll just get a bit of a free form right off at the intersection. Yeah. And we'll get this to kind of, there we go, swing up and around like that, and then we'll just get it to go straight like that for a little while. Oh, looks like I had prop and tree anarchy on. That's okay. Pretty much just move it really quickly. There you go, they're all gone. Yeah, so I think maybe we can just kind of say that there's like a planned event situation happening kind of there. I don't really know if there's like a building we can place to make it seem like that's where the spelunking tours come in. I don't think that would really work. I don't think there's anything really in the nature reserve. Maybe the hunting cabin could be a cool little add here. This one might be a bit too small, like, because if it's a spelunking tour, it would need a lot of like hunt gear and stuff in it too, right? Let's see how that one works. Yeah, maybe that would work. You come up to the front here. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. And I think this needs some extra parking. So we have a little parking asset. If I just type in park, I think it comes up. Yeah, and this is just going to be a little extension of the parking for this area. Yeah, that works. Okay, so let's fill up the entrance to this with some trees to make it seem a bit more realistic. It'll fit in a bit nicer with the golf course. Yeah, there we go. A bit more of a blending happening there. So now when you're coming along the road here, it's a bit more secluded and you're a bit more curious about what's going on through here. And we'll bring the trees right up through here. Okay, so that's the first kind of themed build that we got going on. Now let's look at the walking paths, because this is for the trucks to come up. Or maybe we can say that people do end up walking through here, up this way anyways, but I think we said we're gonna get a bridge. I think that's probably the next most important thing we get in our build. So we'll say that the tour comes through here. I think maybe if we use the what's this called? Surface painter, holy cow. And we just kind of draw a bit of like a trail through here. There we go. Now it kind of looks like people have gone off to the trail to go spelunking in the cavern below. Let's find a cool bridge asset here. So I think the new piers and bridges had a pretty cool bridge asset. So let's just remember how to do bridges here. Yeah, that one's too big. So how about this one? Yeah, the one thing I don't like about this one is the amount of space you go in between having a support. So I think what we'll do is we'll go with something a bit different. This one's pretty good, but again, there's a lot of space. I kind of like this railing for this one. I don't necessarily know if another one would really work. This one works, but I think that's kind of what the game is pushing us to use. I kind of want to go against that. This one looks nice, but I don't necessarily like the vines on it. And I know that's the zoo path too. That's the one that y'all were expecting me to go for. I think we're gonna go with this one here. So let's get this bridge to go across. Let's turn prop and tree anarchy on. Is that it? Collision, that's the one. Holy cow. You can tell it's been a while, eh? Okay, so let's try to find a little spot here where we can go close enough to the hole that it's interesting, but not close enough that it's maybe potentially too dangerous. So don't love how the trees are clipping through that. Maybe we can kind of split the difference between these trees. Let's see how that works. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Then you can kind of see, I don't really want to encourage pedestrians to get too close, but if you're walking along right here, you can kind of be like, holy cow, look at that, right? So then you see the people doing the spelunking tours and you're like, oh man, I need to pay extra for that. Okay, yeah, I kind of like it there, so let's just redraw it a little bit better. So it definitely needs a support beam right about here, and we'll get the other one to come to about here. Yeah, very cool. Okay, so then we'll say that there's stairs. So you just click home, and it goes right down. Oh, whoa. I did not mean to do that, as you can probably tell. Okay, so let's first of all turn collision back on. That would be important. And let's get back to this. Okay, so there we go. And then we'll go to home, and we'll bring that down to about here, and we'll say that is stairs, because there's no stairs in this game. And you know, you often see stairs in this type of place, so no worries there. And then we're going to use the nature reserve path with lights for this for the rest of this little build here, or for the actual path part, mainly because I think lights would make sense to be on this trail. And this part of the trail we're going to kind of pretty much just swing pretty parallel to the road here. Let's just go with a straight connection. And prop and tree anarchy was on again because I turned it off because I thought I needed it, when in fact I needed collision, not prop and tree anarchy. So that is fine. Okay, there we go. So we got a nice little simple loop here. That is fine. You often see that in these places. Then you can loop back around here. So now we're on this elevated bridge part. So let's select that again. Oh, did not mean to select that. I meant to select the entire bridge itself. So now we're going to be on a bit of a curve here. So first of all, bridge, 9 meters, collision off, thank you very much. And I think we're just going to swoop around right through here like so. I think we'll start going down a bit. Yeah, and then we'll click home for this one, and we'll bring it out to about here. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, and then we're going to switch back to the trail with the lights on it. And we're just going to swing this right in like that. So there's not lights right along here, so that is something that we can kind of think about if we so choose. So we'll just use the street lighting here, and we'll just place. Oh, I thought it was like a roped connection. Whoops. So let's just rotate it a little bit. I honestly forgot how this game worked a little bit. You leave for a couple weeks, and you forget how the entire game works. There we go. We got some lights over here now, and we'll say that no one can go on the bridge at night. What the heck happened here? Get out of here. Oh, because collision is off. Okay, well, if you're new to the channel, remember this is a raw let's play. Okay, so yeah, we got this cool little bridge over here. I think that's a good kind of first loop we can do. Let's think about some assets we can add onto this first little loop here. So let us think about this really quickly. So we have the cabin already. I think that's fine. We could go for some of these. This one, or maybe right through here, right at the spelunking entrance, which maybe we'll say is back over here. I'm a bit worried about the game saying it's got to be close to a road, so I think we might be able to squeeze that in if we go with just the dirt path, and then we just do something like this, no collision, and we just drag that in like that. There we go. Now it's disappeared. You don't necessarily want people to go there. It's more for the looks, and then people can kind of see it. If this is kind of like a base camp, I don't mind having another bathroom over here. So we're going to go back to our park assets, and we're just going to go for bathroom. Don't love how it's concrete, so we'll use the surface painter to just surface paint that away. There we go. Look at that. And we'll just try to blend this together a bit better. Oh, and we'll need water. So, you know, in reality, it would probably go along the road, right? So let's just roughly bring it down the road. Okay, so that's pretty good for our first little loop here. I don't think we necessarily really need anything else, but let's think about some cool topography changes here. If we go to topography, it's pretty much just flat, right? You can see the hill off in the background. We got the lake here. So I think I'm just going to do a bit of terraforming, make it a bit more interesting. Okay, so let us perhaps take a bit of a different height level. And we'll grab this one. Yeah, that's good. So what are your New Year's resolutions, everyone? I don't normally do resolutions myself. But, you know, I had some friends who were talking about it, and I really struggled, to be honest, to think of anything. You know, this new year really popped up on me. So I hadn't really given it too much thought, to be honest. But, you know, I concluded that I think this year my New Year's resolution is to slow down. You know, slow down. Life has been pretty fast lately, so just slow down a bit. And then my New Year's resolution for this channel is to keep videos under 50 minutes, for Pete's sake. and you know, you can probably know if this video is gonna be 50 minutes or not. So you can laugh at me already if you want, if I already broke it in like January or something like that. So okay, let's bring this side down a bit too. And what am I doing? How am I choosing to do this? Well, I'm just honestly just randomly placing these and just doing some weird patterns. And the reasoning is because the world isn't perfect, and we built this map to be extremely friendly to builds. So let's just choose this really quickly. Turn with the brush size. Okay, brush size. And we're just going to do this ever so, just a bit like that throughout. worried about getting a bit too close to the river here, so just gonna kind of taper off like that. That's pretty good. There we go. A lot more interesting of terrain here. And then now let's get some denser forest through the nature reserve. So we'll have a bit of interesting little thing going on by the bush, or by the water there. Realized I had proper tree anarchy or collision turned off again. Holy cow. If there's a tip I can give to beginners who are using mods, always remember to put prop tree anarchy and collision back on. Okay, so we'll just try to speed this up a little bit because on my clock it says 26 minutes, which I think is about 25 minutes for you. So we'll just try to beef up the trees in this area. This area is pretty intensive on my CPU, that's for sure, because we have all the trees in the golf course as well. The Green Apple Golf Resort and Country Club. I mean, pretty cool place to stay, right? Look at that view. Get to play some golf. People are actually staying here too. Look at that. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so this is still level 1. We're at the entertainment level, so we're just waiting for visitors. That is always the trickiest part about building out this way, gotta say. So, you know what? I don't think we're done with the trees here. Let's get a couple more trees in and around this area here. I can see a bit more fun. Okay, so we're gonna get a bit of an offshoot over to here to this beach. So this is not a river friendly to the casual watercraft enjoyer. I mean, look at that. That's like a bit of a waterfall there, some rapids. This river runs right down into the heart of the city. It meets up right over here. This hasn't been exactly the friendliest water sport town or build. But let's grab this one, the one with lights again. And we're gonna pretty much run this right to about here. And then we'll switch to the one without. Maybe just the dirt path, I don't know. Maybe this is a bit more, oh, wrong one. Maybe this is a bit more kept, you know? Doesn't look like it enjoyed that connection. It's pretty good. So the water is going to fluctuate a lot. So there is a beach here. Perhaps we can try and level it out a little bit. So if we just turn our brush size down to a lot more. No, I think that's probably good. Don't I have sand somewhere? I believe there's a way to paint in sand. I don't know where it is, because it's not in Surface Painter. I know that. I'll think about it for a second. Sand? No. Okay. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so the water was just fluctuating a bit, so there is a bit of a beach here. I mean, it is a river in Ontario. There's not really expecting a ton of beach type things going on, right? So that's okay with me. Let's get a nice little gazebo over here. I don't like the red one. I like the green one. The green one is a bit more friendly to builds. You know what? We could have gone on the other side here. Just something like that. And then we just use move it here. Just bring it right to the end. Could have done something. And so that'd be like more like a sandbar. So I don't know if they would necessarily build over there, but right here looks pretty good to me. So I think we'll just delete this. And let's actually just grab this path, and then we're just gonna get a bit of an offshoot right into here. Blends fairly well. Okay, and there's an opportunity for like a pier out this way, which could be a little interesting. So again, we're diving into the city parks assets because it's always fun to mix and match the use of assets. So we'll get this to just stick out ever so slightly into the water. And then we'll grab this and we'll just swing this right in. There we go. It's pretty good. So you can sit right here, enjoy the view of the rapids, have a little picnic after your long hike, your long, not so long hike. I don't think there's really anything else from the city's park we could necessarily add. Sometimes you'd see something like this though, like a little food stall, but I don't know if that's the type of build we're going for. But I think a pier is an acceptable little thing. I don't really mind the idea of having like this cabin here. Perhaps like it's like a lifeguard or something that runs out of this cabin. Maybe it's like a bathroom. Oh, look, there's an outhouse there. Okay, that's good. Plus, it kind of adds something to that little corner there, which was clearly missing something. Okay, so let's go back to here. Yeah, now we're going to be looking into the campsite kind of things. You know what, this could have been nice, but we were trying to mix assets. A little fire pit could be nice, right? Campfire site. So we are onto the hill over here. And if we go onto the beach, it could be a bit different. Yeah, right over here looks nice. We can get a little campfire going over here. Okay. Maybe the local teenagers sneak in and have a little campfire. Okay, so we're going to add in some picnic tables as well. So we're going to go into here for the picnic tables because they're a bit more rustic. And I would love to have just a couple picnic tables scattered about over here. I feel like this would be a cool little spot to have some picnics, so we'll place them in. And then we'll have a couple more in and around this side. Okay, and then we'll just make sure that we fill in the rest with some trees. And there we go. So we got the first little go of... well, yeah, so we got like the main attraction, which is the giant hole. And then we got the access to the beach here if you want to go for a little picnic. I don't necessarily think this would be the best place for a swim. And look at this. While we've been doing this, our residential has gone up. So that's fantastic. So the last thing I really want to do is look at getting some campsites. So I think if you're coming into the park for some campsites, you can check in at the local guy who is also the same guy who runs the spelunking expedition. That person maybe checks you into your campsite. So I think off of the road is the way to go for this. I think what we'll do is we'll take this rural road, this dirt road, and we'll split it off right here. So that person at the cabin will be like, take the first left and you're off to your cabins. And we'll try to make this a bit more interesting. Let's turn this on. And we'll just try to avoid these things that we've created. Yeah, okay, and that'll be the end. So we snaked all the way out. First thing I want to do, well, after we've done this, is I would really like to get a connection. So right here from the bridge, we're going to just do this, and we're just going to sweep all the way around, a cool little trail. We'll have a trail connection right through here. Awesome, okay. So now we can build some cool little campgrounds. So I think right off of here, we get a nice little trail like that maybe. Then this is where we can have kind of like the bigger campsites. So let us go right into this one, the tent camping site 1. So So this is maybe if you're going with like a larger group of friends or something like that. A couple families. And you know, we get a little lean-to shelter over here. Let's get a little fire pit. This one is pretty cool. This one's a bit bigger. Do that. And this one is camping site 1. Okay. So I think I would have preferred the other one first. So camping site 1. So we'll have this right here. And we're just going to move this one as well. So this one's just going to be there temporarily as we look at this cabin site area. I think what we'll do is we'll get one of those small cabins again. Where is it? Right here. Just to kind of add to this little build here. Okay, and then now we're going to move this tent camping site to right here along the path, right at the end of the path. And we'll have this little fire pit. Do they have a fire pit in this one? They don't, so I think if we just place this right here, that could be unique. Okay, so we got that. I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna look at getting one more interesting little site over this way. So I'm just gonna do that. Oops, didn't mean for it to be the road. I was hoping for it, it was gonna be the path that I had kind of queued up. So we'll just do that. And we'll get that tent camping site again over here. Something like that. That works. And we'll have the larger fire pit right there. Just readjust that with move it. Awesome. Okay, yeah, this is turning out great. Okay, so now I think the goal is to have a couple offshoots. So let's grab this, and we're gonna have a nice little offshoot right here like that, and we'll have a couple more just kind of coming off of this main road here. We get a couple off this one, and everything's going off of the main road here, because I want to keep like the hiking trails and the camping sites separate. I think maybe we'll say like this is maybe a different plot of land. So you can see there's kind of like a line developing right through here. We definitely can have a couple more out this way. Okay, so yeah, this is working pretty good. Let's grab some tents, which are over here. And we'll just kind of create a couple plots. So I'm just going to use these bigger ones first, and we'll just kind of go down the road a little bit. Is that it? Yeah, okay. So we'll have one over here then too. And then we'll go onto the smaller tent. Don't want to crowd them too much, because you know that's the point of camping, right? Is that you're a bit more secluded. And we'll have a couple of these smaller ones as well. Maybe we'll put a couple together. Yeah. Okay, we don't need to go into like a crazy detail, but maybe this guy has a fire pit. And you know, there's always good opportunities to put these signs at these intersections here. So we'll do that. There we go. Where's another intersection? Right here. And right, sorry for that spinning. Right here, there we go. Oh, one more. Oh, look at this. People are actually using it. That's nice. Oh, look at that. There's public binoculars. Interesting. There is canoes and stuff, but I just don't think that's necessary. Yeah, we can go into pretty good detail. Whoa. Detail with this. Like, there's the logs. Got a couple garden chairs. So we're not going to really pay too much attention to to detail. We go for more of like the theme of a build in this series. On this channel, really. But yeah, I think that's a pretty cool... Look at that entertainment value. That's a pretty cool nature reserve. I mean, I think we did a pretty good job with it. I think one thing we can add in, actually, before we go, this is a tip for like across the board, is dog parks are not just great because you can bring your puppy to them, but they raise the land value around them very well for just being a dog park, taking up very little space as well. They blend really well into any community, and yeah, I think it looks great. We could bring a bus out this way, but do we have a bus route? We do not. Actually, it could be a cool opportunity to have like a bus run from here right up to the train station up this way. So why don't we do that? We'll have the bus stop right outside of the resort, swing around the roundabout, come up this way. They'll stop. Thinking where's probably the best for traffic. Yeah, why not? Whatever. And then it's going to come all the way up here, and then it's going to go to the train station. It's right over here, so it'll swing all the way through there. There we go, we can see it. We'll get it to go onto the pink line. Whichever line has less people right now. Looks like it's going to be the pink line. And then we're going to get it to swing all the way back to... I guess we'll just do the resort. So I guess it should have been in reverse, actually. So we'll delete that line. We'll get it to start here, go to here, resort to the train station to the nature reserve, then to the resort. 3 stops on this bus line number 65, which is the resort shuttle. Shuttle. Oh my gosh. The resort shuttle is going to be, and we already have a pink one over there, light green. And the resort shuttle only needs like 2 buses. Come on. Awesome. Okay, so that's pretty good. Oh my gosh, look at all the people coming this way. We might need to increase Shirley Street. Might need a dedicated left. All right, why don't we do that, and then we'll kind of call it a day. So here we go. We're going to go into the highway section because this highway pack that I have, if they haven't moved everything around, holy cow. No, that was just me being silly. We'll upgrade these right here, just so they have some dedicated turning lanes. And then we're going to use the node controller. So it's Control N, I think, if it still is. Yeah, and we're just going to square the node off, and then we're going to just draw it back a little bit. Except this one I want to go right to the end. And then we can even use, you know, we still have time, right? So I'll just use the intersection. Ah. Silly Steven. There we go. So I'll just use the intersection marking tool is what I was going to say. But apparently I didn't click it right. So, you know, just hold shift if you want a solid line. So we'll just do that, right? And this guy. Something like that. Holy cow, what am I doing? I am so confused right now. Let's just delete this. Yes, delete. Let's start over. What was I doing? Oh my gosh. So this one needs to be a solid line for sure. I'll have the solid line through here. We'll extend that out over here. And this is a dedicated right. So, oh, whoops. Holy moly, guys. Okay. Hold shift. There we go. And yeah, no, that makes sense to do that. But we'll have this one. I don't think we really need to do any more, do we? I guess, no, the intersections don't have anything like that over top of them. We don't really need this one to be like a fully detailed one. I think people kind of get what's going on. Maybe not that guy. Maybe not this person. We can also, just to improve the quality of this, just put a yield sign on that, and there we go. People should figure it out, you know. What's the speed limit on here? It's 100 all the way. That makes sense. Look at this. Look at all the people coming up this way. That is fantastic to see. Okay, folks. Well, that is building a nature reserve camping site along the water. It is four unique assets, or unique little things going on. We have the entrance over here with a washroom or dog park, parking, and the rental cabin or the check-in cabin as well. You can park your cars, you can go for your hike, you can walk all the way over to the beach where you can enjoy a nice little view of the rapids, or you can come all the way up to the gazebo and do the same. You can sit by the water. It has a lifeguard, it's pretty nice. Or you can take a little scary boardwalk by the gulch, walk around this rock mountain, or you can, you know, rent some spelunking gear. Make sure you go to the bathroom first, and you can climb up to see what you're gonna dive into. Whoa! Or you can take the path over here to go spelunking in, or say you're here for just a cool little hike, you can go all the way up through here, or you can take your car to your campsite, which we have plenty of campsites at the Belmont Pit. So we only have 25 visitors. That's wild. I didn't expect this one to really make us any money, so that is totally fine with me. I don't mind losing money on a cool build like this. And now if we zoom out, did we complete our goal of kind of adding a bit more to that area? I say so. I do. Well, I'll catch you Wednesday, folks, in the next episode of Brockton County, the second last episode before we start a new series. And since we got our residential demand back, I think we'll probably dive back into cottage country or continue Pearson or something else. I don't know. Maybe we'll finish off one of these areas over here. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I'm feeling on Wednesday, because I'm not recording it right after. So have a great day, folks. Talk to you soon. Let's just zoom in. Oops. On our cool little nature reserve. How about that? That's pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Have a great day, folks. Talk to you soon. Peace out.